In our modern existence, filled with constant clamor, pressures, and perpetual flux, maintaining composure has turned into an uncommon and valuable ability. However, the insights inherited from Buddhist philosophy reveal that internal tranquility isn't a pursued goal, but rather something nurtured internally. The aim isn't escaping existence, but developing a mental state so resilient that no turmoil can disrupt it. In this session, I will present 10 enduring concepts from Buddhism designed to assist you in staying balanced and untroubled regardless of life's occurrences. Let us embark on this internal exploration collectively. First, all things are transient. Observe your surroundings. Nothing remains constant. Connections transform, wealth fluctuates, and even our physical forms alter daily. Suffering can seem endless while experienced, yet close observation shows it arrives and departs. The same applies to happiness, achievement, and setbacks. As the Buddha instructed, every composite phenomenon is temporary. Perceiving this with insight leads one away from distress. Grasping this truth allows us to cease holding on to enjoyment and fearing discomfort. We begin to move fluidly, like water, adapting to life's shifts instead of resisting them. Within that adaptability, tranquility emerges. Second, craving is the origin of anguish. Central to our internal conflict is wanting, the persistent wish for circumstances to differ from reality. We yearn for greater ease, increased acknowledgement, superior command. Consequently, when existence fails to meet our precise desires, we experience pain. Consider, however, relaxing your hold. Envision discovering satisfaction in the present situation. As yearning diminishes, agitation dissipates. The fewer our wants, the greater our liberty. According to the Buddha's teaching, relinquishing desire is the essential element that opens the pathway to serenity. Third, cultivate present moment awareness. Tranquility resides neither in history nor prospect. It exists solely right here, currently. Still, many are ensnared in a whirlwind of cognitions, remorse for the past, anxiety for the future. Present moment awareness is the discipline of coming back to the immediate present. Should anxiety arise, attempt this. Inhale deeply. Sense your feet connecting with the earth. Observe the sensation of air against your skin. This straightforward action retrieves the mind from its diversions, steadying it like a bird landing in its roost. Through present moment awareness, you transform into a witness, rather than a captive, of your thoughts and feelings. And out of that perspective, serenity blossoms. Fourth, cultivate detachment. Clinging resembles gripping a rope excessively. It scars both our hands and spirits. Frequently, we mistake attachment for affection or dedication. Yet, genuine liberty arises from profound care devoid of possessiveness. Picture cradling a butterfly. Grasping firmly injures it. Holding softly allows it to remain. Detachment permits you to cherish, pursue goals, and find pleasure without losing your equilibrium when circumstances shift or fade. It signifies not dismissal, but elegant release. This sense of ease is the protector of your tranquility. Fifth, choose response over reaction. Existence will present trials. Individuals will incite. Circumstances will test. Feelings will intensify. Yet, between an event and your reply lies a crucial interval. The Buddha recommended, discipline yourself to stay unaffected by commendation or criticism. If criticized, rather than responding immediately, inhale. Sense the emotion cresting and subsiding. This interval holds potency. It grants the liberty to select harmony over discord, insight over instinct. Every instance of composed response fortifies your internal sanctuary, piece by piece. Sixth, relinquish the ego. The self-concept murmurs. Victory is essential. Correctness is mandatory. Control is imperative. Protecting this delicate persona generates perpetual strife and strain. However, releasing the urge to validate, overpower, or appear preeminent lifts a significant burden. You come to understand that your identity isn't defined by your roles, accomplishments, or viewpoints. Modesty does not diminish you. It expands your tranquility and lightens your spirit. As the ego recedes, calmness advances. Seventh, favor empathy above critique. A critical mentality is agitated. It contrasts, censures, and separates. Conversely, empathy softens the spirit and dissolves internal strain. If encountering unkindness, instead of stoking fury, attempt to perceive the underlying hurt. This change in perspective doesn't condone misconduct, but it safeguards your personal serenity. Empathy directs your focus inward, cultivating composure rather than dissipating it via accusation and bitterness. Every gesture of comprehension contributes to your own tranquility. Eighth, welcome quietude and seclusion. Within silence, we encounter our true selves. Removed from the clamor of views, requirements, and diversions, we re-establish connection with our inner quiet. The Buddha and his followers frequently withdrew to serene woodlands, not to evade life, but to enhance their internal fortitude. A forest isn't necessary. Even brief moments of quiet each morning can serve as your refuge. Silence external disturbances. Be present with your breathing. Attend not to the external world, but to your inner self. Quietude is not void. It is replete with serenity. Ninth, acknowledge what is beyond your influence. A great deal of anguish stems from battling actuality, from opposing the present state. We lack control over others' decisions, meteorological conditions, or unexpected life events. However, we can manage our reactions, our mental framework, our deeds. Acknowledgement does not equate to surrender. It involves electing to yield to the gale rather than shattering. Similar to a tree flexing in a tempest, yet staying anchored, you can confront life's variations without forfeiting your stability. Tranquility arises upon relinquishing the struggle against the unalterable. 10th, foster appreciation. Appreciation acts like a soft shower, nurturing the foundation of our serenity. Concentrating on deficiencies incites agitation. Yet, pausing to value our respiration, supportive individuals, and acquired wisdom stills the mind's perpetual pursuit. A thankful spirit declares, sufficiency exists. I am adequate. Within that satisfaction, tranquility naturally flourishes. When you adhere to these guidelines, you transform into something akin to a profound, tranquil lake, placid externally, stable internally. Existence will persist in its pattern of transformation. Difficulties will appear and fade, yet your internal calm can endure, firm like a summit above transient mists. Should these insights resonate tranquility within you today, please consider subscribing and joining me further on this journey. Recall that genuine resilience isn't discovered by evading life's tempests, but by remaining composed and centered amidst them. Let us continue nurturing this serenity collectively.